brothers. We're happy and we're singing and we're colored. Give me a high five. Brothers.
What up, and welcome to another episode of the iBall podcast. I'm your host, Derek Williams, also known as D-Will, the coach, and I'm in here with my big brother, my co-host, Brian Williams, a.k.a. Coach Chill Will. What up, Chill?
What's good, man? Everybody good?
Yes, sir. Hey, man, y'all know. Hey, listen, I'm going to tell y'all, man, we working a little different today, man. Today is actually Monday. And it's about 1:42. I know we were supposed to drop like an hour and 45 minutes ago, but we had some technical difficulties last night, right? Y'all remember like back in season 3, we spilled some Kagan water up in what we gonna call this, iBall Radio Studios? Kitchen, baby. Yeah, and computer kind of trips out sometimes. So it ain't want to work for us last night. But we got him back working today, and so we back up, man. We're a little late with it, man, but y'all know we coming with that heat like we do each and every single week right here on the iBall podcast. Man, let me tell y'all something. I need y'all to do me a favor, B. Real quick on the preliminary. I need y'all to go and register for August 6th at Spain Park High School for the iBall with Terry Drake Elite Skills Camp. When I tell you, y'all, if y'all think y'all gonna wait until 2 days before the camp to sign up, I'm sadly mistaken. We're gonna have to put you on the waiting list for next camp because it's gonna come that way because we will sell out. The way registrations are coming in. Yesterday I think we had like 12 yesterday in one day. So if we go along that line for the next several days, we don't have a lot of time left. Because we already I don't even know what number we at already. So my thing is, if we're going to look at that trek over the next 4 or 5 days, we're going to be sold out by the time this weekend.
Hey, man, you need to let everybody know. Well, we need to let everybody know. We're going to shut it down.
Right.
I mean, listen, we going with the top 100.
Top 100.
And we going to break it down from there. So if you miss out,
wait a minute.
We'll see you on the next one.
We'll see you on the next one, man.
We're going to close the doors at 100.
We're closing the doors at 100.
Because we put this thing together. We put some thought into it, and we're going to have a quality camp, a quality event. So we got people in place. We're going to be able to staff. We're going to be able to eat. We're going to be able to build. But
hey, you just said something, and I think that probably went over their head. You're going to be able to eat.
Yeah,
and we're not talking about concessions.
Yeah. We're going to be able to eat.
We're providing lunch.
Yeah. But we got 100.
Got 100, man.
And the format that we have to evaluate and make sure all of the information goes out to the kids, to the coaches, to everybody, it's 100.
Right.
So it won't be 110, 115, 120, 130.
Won't do that.
Those 30 people will be on our waiting list and get the invitation to the next event.
Right. You'll be next up for the next event.
Yeah.
First up.
Yeah.
But if you don't get into this 100 in this camp, listen, a lot of people will be like, oh, we're capping it at 100, and then they get a request for 150. You go to campus, 150 kids in
We're
there.
not doing that.
We're not doing that.
No.
Because hey, listen, quality over quantity.
All day.
Because we're coming back. You know what I'm saying? Those are one-offs. We're not a one-off, baby. We coming right back.
Right.
And we'll tell y'all when that is. We already got that plan, too, coming up. We had those conversations. So y'all be ready for that, man. But, yeah, B, man, over the weekend, we put a cap on the AAU season.
Man, about time.
But listen, think back to when we first started talking AAU.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
It's been a while when we were building y'all up, giving y'all information on how to maneuver through AAU season, what you should be looking for. You know what we're going to tell you about today? What you need to be doing coming out of AAU season.
Man, it's funny how this thing doesn't stop now.
It doesn't
I was
stop.
talking the other day to a friend of mine, and man, this stuff has become so sports specific.
Mm-hmm.
So I understand they're dual sport guys, and,
right.
and it makes sense.
Right.
But at some point, you got to decide what it's going to be.
You got to make that decision, man.
Yeah, man.
You got to make that decision. Because
Kool-Aid McKinstry.
Yeah. You talked about that
when
last
he
week.
left Pinson.
Yes.
Said, I did say this last time.
You did.
He's going to play basketball at Alabama.
Sat on the bench and everything.
No.
Was on the bench.
You don't have time for it.
You ain't got time for it.
Nah.
And you're not going to be good enough to be on that level.
And listen, anybody is not going to allow you to come in and go play a sport for X amount of months and then come into my sport for X amount of months and take my time.
No. And listen to this. I talked to a Division I coach this weekend, right?
Yeah.
And we were talking about a kid. He was like, man, I really like him, but he messed himself up going to play football. he said that out of his mouth. He messed himself up going to play football.
Yeah.
Kid got a little injury.
Yeah.
On the football field.
Yeah.
Don't really play football, just going out there and all of a sudden, everybody want to be Spooty.
Yeah.
Everybody want to be Spooty. I could just walk out there on the football field and be great and be at Alabama. Like, everybody ain't Spooty.
Man, Spooty different.
Spooty's different.
He's always been different.
Always been different.
Yeah.
Now, he's one of those people that if he wanted to go to Alabama and do both, it'll be tough, but he has more of a chance.
It's just tough right now.
It's tough right now.
It's so much
But
time.
he'll have a chance.
It's so much time involved.
Yeah, and because like you say, these guys put so much into their crafts nowadays that if you're not putting that amount of work into your craft, you're going to be left behind. Like, everybody has to work like Kobe. Like, you got to, like, you can't be AI anymore. It's not a lot of AIs that just go out all night and just wake up and go do it.
Yeah.
It's not a lot of those without putting in that skill-specific work. But, however, he said out of his mouth, he hurt himself going to play football. So, like you say, y'all got to be making this decision, man.
Yeah.
And that's what we're going to talk to y'all about today. Coming out of AAU season. We told y'all what you need to do going into AAU season, how to maneuver throughout AAU season. Now we're going to tell you what you need to be looking for coming out of AAU season. And hopefully you had a productive season, meaning, when I say productive, let's rewind them real quick. Earlier when we were talking about coming into AAU season back in March, and I don't even remember what episode. It might have been season 3, right? That we were talking about it. We were telling you what you need to do about choosing your AAU team. Make sure they have some certain things in place in order to make sure that you get the exposure you need, like videography, posting, contacts with coaches, contacts with handlers and writers, and all those type of things, right? Now that we're coming out, were you successful in that? So here's what I'm here to ask. Did you have a successful AAU season due to the content and exposure that either your team got you or you worked to go get on your own? So everybody's sitting back like, oh, did you get any offers? I don't care about your offers. That ain't what I'm caring about. I'm not caring if you came out of AAU season with some blessed to receive posts. My thing is, did you come out of here with the exposure that you needed? So if you do make a call to a coach, they can pull up your name on the internet and you got something to go see. Because how many times have we talked about on this platform, throughout this AAU season, that our DMs were blowing up and we would go to those pages and it was nothing on the pages? And if it's nothing on the pages, how can I rightfully evaluate you? How can I rightfully recruit you if I don't get any information on you when I go look for you, right? So if that's the case, did you get that? Were you able to have a successful AAU season, or let me ask you this question too. How many teams did you play for? Did you bounce around all season long trying to find the right spot? Or were you solidified in the spot that you were successful in? Or did you stick around at a spot you shouldn't have and not get the playing time you probably needed to get in order to get your exposure? It's a lot of conversations we need to have about coming out of this AAU season and what it should look like coming out and what it needs to look like going forward.
Man, I hope everybody's listening to your intro.
Man.
Because it's a lot.
It's a lot.
Man, it's so much. And it's funny how everything mirrors everything. And the reason I say that is you said people are going to measure their success of their summer by the blessed receives that they were able to post.
Right.
That's the wrong angle. That's
completely
so wrong.
Right.
It's about how much you looked at your marketing of your brand, and from the start of AAU to the end of AAU, how much content you have to market yourself.
Oh my God, B, you just killed me. I'm going to tell you. Everything I just put in that whole long soliloquy, you just smashed it in like 10 seconds. Because what you said is what I should have said.
Yeah.
I talk a lot and I say a lot of ish. Just be talking.
Yeah.
You don't say a lot and you get straight to the point.
Yeah.
And you just smashed everything I just did in the intro in 10 seconds because you said one key thing.
Yeah.
It's about your brand.
Yeah, marketing your brand.
About marketing your did you market your brand?
Yes.
Because the world I'm still trying to adapt, y'all.
Yeah, man.
I'm still trying to adapt to the new lingo
Yeah.
and way of the world of sports. Because the way we used to talk about it, think about it, ain't way it is no
It's
more.
different.
It ain't about if you did what you need to do to get exposure. Damn the exposure. Did you market your brand?
Did you market your brand?
Because that's in high school. Listen, fellas,
That's what it's all about.
you have a brand.
Yeah, buddy.
You are a walking brand.
Yep.
Now you might go put on a brand and they say it's Fusion and they got the Nike check or
Exactly.
Team Carroll but listen, inside that,
Yeah.
you playing for what they do nowadays.
The name on the back.
I'm playing for the name on the back.
Yeah, man.
You got to market yourself. So thank you, B.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you market your brand properly during this AAU season?
Exactly.
How much did you gain for your brand? And I like that we're changing the lingo and saying that because it means the same thing, but it hits the ears a lot different.
Yeah.
Like when I said all that to say what I was saying, I was talking and I was trying to find the words to say it.
Yeah.
But I don't think I was catching it. But boy, marketing your brand. That's the name of the episode.
Yeah.
I don't never tell y'all that, but that's gonna be the name. Did you market your brand?
Yeah, man.
Because being out there on that road, man, as much as we saw from the AAU circuit and live periods all the way to the high school live period and play dates and all that, we saw a lot of different basketball.
Yeah.
And the thing about it is, you saw a lot of kids that get it, and you still see a lot that don't.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And a lot of kids don't understand what it takes in order for them to get noticed. Right? So
And they, like you said, they're looking at the blessed to receives. They think that's the acknowledgement. That's
right.
not it.
That's not it.
And why I say it mirrors everything. It's like basketball. People think you have a good game if I score at a heavy clip when I play. So that everybody's going out. I need to score. But everybody's not going to be a bucket getter.
Nope.
And you got to understand when coaches are out evaluating, especially when you got a sheet of players and teams this thick.
Right. Do they see that?
I don't need everybody to get 20.
Right.
If it's this thick and everybody trying to get 20, I don't have enough balls.
Right.
So I got to find somebody who can do something else. So everybody needs to understand, like, man, you got to be doing everything on the basketball court.
Everything
on the basketball court.
But let me tell you, this past weekend I had the opportunity to pull up on the Marquee Hoops Southeast Live Session number 2.
Okay.
At the Hoover Met in Birmingham, right?
Man, that place be booming, man.
Man.
It's like the basketball mecca right now.
Right now.
In Alabama.
Facilities.
It's always basketball going on in there.
It's in there.
Yeah.
It's in there. And I'm going to tell you, I like the way they got the volleyball nets coming out the
Hey, listen,
ceiling.
multi-purpose.
Digress.
Yeah.
But listen, that place is booming, right? And I had the opportunity to pull up, right? And it wasn't as many teams as I was expecting. Mm-hmm. Still a good turnout, but not as many teams as I was expecting. But you still had a very high quality of basketball being played, right?
Okay.
So, but here's my point about these kids still don't get it, okay? So, of course, in every gym, they have, during live periods, they have the designated coaches area.
Okay.
Right? So at every court, they got a designated coaches area. So the coaches can come sit off to themselves and watch the game. Right? So every court had it. And I think they had 6 courts. They had 6 courts marked off. How many did they get in there? Like 9, maybe 12?
3, 6, 9. I think it's
all
9.
the way to the back.
Yeah, all the way to the back. It's either 9
you
or
get,
12.
We had 6, and in the middle they don't have anything. Yeah. But they got a half a courts or quarter courts right there. So I don't know. You probably get 9 or 12 in there. 6, yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, but anyway,
8. They
had 6 going.
Yeah. And
every court had the designated area.
Okay.
So you would see some courts, you know how I go in AAU live a bit. It'll be a court playing and every seat is full. It's some standing up because there's not enough seats, right? And other courts, all the seats are open. So the thing about it is, a lot of these kids still don't get it. And when we come to the point of talking about marketing your brand, it is very simple to market yourself. You walking through that gym and it's 1,000 people in there. And as a player, parent, handler, coach, especially if you're not the player, if you're there with a player and you're not the player, you got a job to do, all right? And this goes to, we always talk about your team. right? You better have a group of people around you that understand the mission. And the mission is to get you exposure. So my point is, everybody in the gym that is with this player, including the player, y'all wasn't working hard enough this weekend. Y'all wasn't working hard enough.
Why you say
weekend.
that?
Because as you're walking through the gym and you're watching a game, everybody sees you watching the game. How many players ask me how many players came up to me and like, come watch me play. We play at so-and-so, so-and-so. Ask me how many parents came up to me and asked me, hey, my son is so-and-so. Can you come watch him play? I talked to a Division I coach. Now, I talked to a couple of NAIAs. I talked to some Jukes. Talk to them, right? But I'm talking about a Division I. This is a separate Division I coach from the other one I'm talking about. I spoke to him, and I was like, who on your radar? And he started telling me who on his radar. I'm like, how many kids? So I said it jokingly. Like, I was making a joke. I'm like, how many kids then came up to you and told you to come watch him play? He was like, none. And like I said it as a joke, right? I'm thinking like he finna say like, oh my God, freaking kids and parents and I'm thinking he finna give me that spiel.
Yeah.
He was like, none.
Yeah.
I hadn't had one parent come up to me and say, hey, come watch my kid. So I'm sitting here thinking like, okay, what the hell are y'all doing there?
Yeah.
So y'all just came to play basketball. So you really could have went to the Y and played pickup.
Yeah.
If you came to this live event and you made absolutely zero connections, and I'm not talking about talking to an AAU coach from another team saying, hey, coach, I want to come play for you next year because you disappointed with the team you're on. But my point is, if you're not out there marketing your brand, what are you doing at these events? This is a freaking live event with coaches in the building that you can say something to.
Right.
You can touch them on the arm. And I'm not saying, players, I get it. You might be a little gun shy to do that, okay? It might feel a little awkward for you, right? But parents?
Yeah.
Sitting in there watching your kid play, cheering them on, screaming their name, clapping your hands? If you're looking down there and you see a coach sitting at that game at your child, as soon as that game is over with or during the game, halftime, dead ball, I'm going to ask that coach something.
Okay. I think it's a catch-22 to this, and
That's what I love.
Tell me if I'm wrong with this.
Okay.
Because I've been in situations where coaches are in the gym in that magnitude, and they're saying they can't say anything to a player or a parent or anything else. They're saying they can't do that. Now, you and I both know
that's a lie.
Dialogue can be spit.
Right.
So what you're saying is, even if that is the case, and the coach is, well, I can't talk to this player. I'm walking by, 15 black, James Wiseman, right? That's my kid, right? You understand what I'm saying? Right. So you have to work the room. That's really what you're telling them.
Period.
Work the room. So as you guys are listening to this, if that is the rule, college coaches, players, parents, man, rules are broken every day.
They're made to be broken.
And if I'm in this environment with Division I schools, NAIA schools, man, you just going to put me out the gym. You're going, ma'am, sir, you cannot talk to these people.
Here's the thing.
Okay.
Listen, my thing is, they can't tell you that. Ain't nobody finna come up to you, a parent. I'm a citizen.
Yeah.
I'm just walking through the gym.
Yeah.
I can come up and strike a conversation with whoever is willing to have dialogue back with me,
right.
Whether you're a college coach or not.
Right.
I can come up to you because I went up to a lot of coaches that I didn't know and introduced myself, and they instantly struck up a conversation.
Yeah.
They didn't know me from Tom, Dick, or Harry.
Yeah.
I could have been somebody's parent.
Right.
I could have been a coach. I could have been anything. Now, if your AAU coach wasn't going over there, if you ain't see your AA, I ain't trying to get there yet. I'm finna keep going out.
Yeah,
but my point is, what are you doing if you're in the gym and you have a child in the gym playing basketball and you're not trying to make the connections you need to make in order to get them to the next level?
Okay, let me ask you this. Let's go away from the parents. Well, you said it early. Nobody came up to you.
Nobody.
Yeah. Okay.
Nobody. Me.
Yeah.
Nobody.
Right.
And listen, I know you saw me talking to every college coach in there.
Yeah.
I know you saw me talking to every AAU coach in there.
But I
ain't even saying play me no attention.
Man, people walk in there worrying about if they're making shots.
Right.
That's the thought process in the AAU event. When I pull up at the game, how many did you have? Did you have 15, 17? Like, you're not the whole thought process of connecting a dot and talking to someone is not what they're thinking.
All right, I'm going to put you on one. And I'm gonna reel it back in, but I'm gonna go somewhere since you said that. The kid Carson Pringle, 2023, Thompson High School, right?
Okay.
Plays for Hawks Elite. All right. They were in the building. He had a game where I think he had 10 points. He had 15 rebounds. Guess what Hawks Elite posted on their page?
What?
Carson Pringle goes for 15. They had another kid go for 20 in the game. They put his points, but then put Carson Pringle 15 rebounds. You know what that showed? He's able to do something else to get posted about.
Yeah.
I retweeted it.
Yeah.
You know, he did something in the game other than go get buckets that caused him to get a mention.
Right.
And that's what you're out there to do. Listen, Akevius Shorts for Crimson Kings.
Right.
He's a 2022 kid. He was in the gym cooking.
Okay.
Like when I say he, in my opinion, MVP of the tournament was Akevius Shorts for Crimson Kings. When I say getting he's a 2022. He's already graduated. So he's looking for an opportunity.
That's fine.
He was killing.
Crimson Kings.
Killing, B. Killing. Like, he's not even, I don't even think they got him on the roster.
And that's a problem.
I knew you
because
were
I'm this is what I'm doing.
I know
that's an issue.
That's an issue.
That's an issue.
That's an issue.
Because I'm a college coach and I left. You're telling me a name.
B, listen.
His name is not on the roster.
Listen. I was going to get there too.
That's an issue.
That's a problem.
Man.
Because listen, the day of, and I've been familiar with Akevius for a couple years, right?
No size, no number, no
nothing.
information, no nothing.
No nothing. And I've been, like I said, I've been familiar with Akevius for several years. But when he got there, I'm thinking all of those kids were 23s, 24s.
Yeah.
The team I'm like, hold on, I know that kid, 2022. So I'm like, oh, some 22s on here. And I'm like, that looked like your boy. And then he just goes to cooking, right? I mean, he had, who they were playing? Hoop Squad.
Okay.
Man, he was, listen, it got to a point where nobody wanted to guard him. Like, it was that bad. Everybody was on skates to a point where he just started, oh, I'm working now. You saw cone drill come out. Mm-hmm. He was hitting them so hard, right? Getting to the basket, finishing everything, right? I know he had a 30-piece, easy, right? So, but I'm sitting on the side. And at the time, I didn't have my packet. I had it in my email, the digital form, and that's a story for a whole nother day. I had it in digital form, right? So I'm flipping through it. I'm like, damn, who is that kid? I'm like, I think I know who it is, but I can't think of his name. But who is it? So I go to the roster and I don't see it. So I had to pick up the phone and I got to call Crimson Kings coach. Like, yo, who is this kid? 24. He like, listen, his jersey looked different. That's why you know he just got there. Like his jersey, he had on the same color jersey, but his numbers were a different color. So you could tell he wasn't probably on the original roster, but you should have made sure you added him. But that's cooking, B. He's killing, right? But in the gym in that way, if you're in the gym, you need to be doing something if you're not getting buckets to get a mention, because that's what you're there for. But the way you do that is, how do you do that? Okay, how do you do that? You got to make contact.
Yeah.
Hey, you come out the court, you talking to your daddy giving you your feedback off the game. Hey, daddy, see so-and-so from so-and-so college down there. Go talk to him. Did you go talk to him? Did you say something to him? Did you ask him to come watch me play? I just went for 20. Did he know I went for 20? Because I only saw him at the game for about 5 minutes of the game. Because if you don't think these kids ain't looking at who's sitting in them chairs, you confused. They looking. So your team needs to be intact. And your team has to be willing during those times to go out and make things happen on your behalf.
Yeah, man. Man, that's such an important part of it, man. I was thinking about it. I had the chance to go see Greedy play in Chicago this past season. Mm-hmm. And I'll never forget when his game was over, the guy who ran the tournament, Jake, I pulled up on Jake,
right?
Spoke with him. Jake had a guy with him, spoke with him.
Right.
And listen, not knowing if anything's going to become of anything, but like you say, man, I'm in this gym, and this is my opportunity.
You just dropped the plug,
to connect with some people. And listen, man, you got to connect. You feel what I'm saying? Like, bro, you got to connect, man. So
connect is
it's important.
Just keep on moving past
hey, man,
that.
it's important, bro. Like, you better be in there.
You better be in there talking, though.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you who else does a great job of that.
Who is that?
Man Daddy.
Okay.
You see Man Daddy in the gym?
Yeah.
80 Visions?
Yeah.
You see him in the gym? He's moving.
But see, he's got another angle also.
Yeah.
So it keeps him on the move.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Because what may end up happening, you'll have a kid, and that's what's crazy. You'll have a kid and a parent will approach a videographer and want to approach a coach.
Oh, listen, our shooter was in the gym this weekend. Breezy. From iBall, Guard Man shooter, was in the building working at the Marquee Hoops event, doing videography for them.
Okay.
And let me tell you, I bet if we had him on today and asked him how many people came up to him.
Yeah.
Everybody in the gym came up to him.
Okay. Well, listen.
But no. Don't give him no credit, because I'm not giving them credit for coming up to him.
Right.
They're coming up to him with the completely wrong motives.
Yeah.
They coming up to him, hey, can you come, get a clip of me?
Yeah.
So I can post on my social media.
Yeah, but
No. It ain't about me getting recruited.
Yeah.
It's about I want to show I was at the AAU tournament.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
More so than, hey, I'm doing this so they can find out who I am.
Yeah. They weren't brand raising.
They weren't brand raising. No. They were
like raising.
They were clout chasing.
They were like raising.
I like that one too. Comment searching.
Yeah.
They were like comment raising.
Yeah.
Y'all were chasing something that you shouldn't be chasing.
Exactly.
Y'all were chasing the blessed to receive moment more than you were chasing getting the damn offer. Because listen, me and Breezy was standing up and talking at one point, right? Kid came straight up to him. Hey man, did you get me? No joke. And Breezy's like, man, I was over here recording. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, come to my next game. You know what Breezy told him? No, we had that conversation. 30 seconds to a minute, baby.
Yeah.
Give him that quote.
Yeah.
30 seconds or a minute. Oh, you don't want one clip? You just want some clips? I got that for you too.
Right.
Got a quote for you. Them boys in there making money, man.
Right.
That's a business.
Right.
Like the days of, and Christian can attest to this, the days I'm just pulling up at the game and I'm just going to shoot somebody and break it down and do a film on them and send it out. Them days is over.
Unless you Bronny or Mikey.
Or
Hansel.
Hansel. Somebody who's going to take me viral.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
but you, buddy?
Yeah.
Like, I got to flip through the pages just to see your name and find out who you are?
Right.
Yeah, baby, it's going to be $50 an hour. You know what I'm saying? Something, it's going to be your number.
Right.
Right? So that's the crazy part about it. They were more so in there talking to Breezy. And listen, before I say this statement, I want to temper it a little bit. I don't want y'all to think we high-siding on here, right? I'm just keeping it real. It's kind of like what Stephen A. said. I can walk into a gym, and within the first 5 minutes of being in the gym, I can find out all the information I need to know, right? So it's kind of along those lines. I can't believe people went up to talk to Breezy more than they did me.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, Breezy can give you the video, but Breezy ain't going to get you no look. Mm-hmm. You feel me? That's not his area of expertise. Mm-hmm. He's the shooter. Mm-hmm. He shoots.
Yeah.
That's what he does, right? So with that being said, why in the hell would you go talk to him and not go talk to the person that's talked to the coaches? That's the part I don't understand. And even for AAU coaches, some did a good job. Some, I don't know what they in it for. Really? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if y'all are just there for, I guess it's the same thing. I guess it's the same thing. It's, you just want to be there so you can say you run an AAU program. You just want to say, a lot of times, this is the only way you're able to coach. You just want to say you're a coach. Oh, yeah, I coach basketball. I'm a basketball coach, right? So, because I saw a lot of coaches that did absolutely zero work in their players. I mean, they would have a guy come off the floor off a 25-point game, 30-point game, right? Just killing. So you see him, he don't go up to talk to no coaches. He don't go say that to nobody. I go to their Twitter page, ain't been no post. I go to their Instagram, there's no post. There's no clip of him doing that. Listen, I'm being specific as I'm talking through y'all right here, right? I saw a kid go off, right? Went to his team's social media pages, no information. I go to Marquee Hoops' social media page. The kid got a clip on there with a post saying this kid just went off. So you let Marquee Hoops post you, but your own team don't post you?
All you got to do is repost. That's simple. Repost the post.
Retweet it.
Yeah.
You didn't even have the retweet on your page. So my point is, that goes back to what we were talking about in choosing the right program. You got to choose the right program. You got to put a team around you if you're trying to get there. And listen, you don't have to be the best player in the gym to have a team.
No.
Do you know most of the time the kids who are not the greatest players who have the best teams are the ones who get the opportunity?
Man, that's what it's all about.
It's about, hey, what's your boy, who said this a long time ago? One of them rappers. I think it was Pusha T. One of them. I don't remember who it was. He say, your network determines your net worth.
Yeah.
Somebody said that. Your network determines your net worth.
I remember that. I don't know who said it.
Yeah, it was a dope line.
It's a bar, though.
It's a bar, though.
Yep.
So, like, that is it. Your network, the people you know, going to determine what tax bracket you get into.
But this thing is new, man. I think it is kind of new in the world of NIL and everything that's going on, and we talking about it. Like, you got your coach, you got your AAU program, but you got to have your social media person.
Right.
They got to be in the building, and when you do something, they're there to tweet for you.
Right.
They're there to make sure that the information's out for you. They're following. They're going into the gym, getting to know Coach D. Will from iBall.
Right.
They're going in the gym, getting to know Ty from Marquee Hoops. They're
Right.
going in the gym, they're getting to know Terry Drake from Terry Drake Basketball. And they're getting to know all of these people from Prep Hoops, whoever, and they're going to follow them.
Right.
And anytime they drop information, and if your name happens to appear, I'm retweeting the information. And I'm tweeting information and I'm tagging them.
Right.
Like, it's a job.
It is a complete job
for
man.
everybody.
Right.
So the days of just really coming in the gym and watching the game.
Oh, no spectators.
Man, what is that?
Yeah, what is a spectator? I don't need nobody as a spectator.
What is that?
Right. Like, if you can't come and actually help out and do a job, what are you doing? What are you there for?
Yeah.
Like, especially, and I'm talking about especially like parents. That's the part, that's who I'm really talking to right here, is the freaking parents. Like, where were y'all? Like, if I'm a parent and I'm in there and I got my kid in there and I'm trying to push my kid, I'm talking to everybody.
Man, but they think this thing is just going to happen for some reason. And then when it doesn't happen, who is the first person I can look at and blame? Like, man, with information and the way things are set up today, man, just go.
Just go.
Just go. You know, hey, jump in a DM.
Right.
Coach, I am such and such. My son is Bob.
Hey, listen, we had a kid sign up for the camp, right?
Yeah.
After he signs up and his registration comes in, we get everything he paid, blah, blah, blah. He sends the DM to the iBall_TDB Instagram page. Hey, I just registered. My name is so-and-so. He introducing himself. Because I saw the registration. I didn't Bitmo know who the kid was.
Right.
But guess what I did?
Go ahead.
Clicked on his profile to go see who he was.
Okay.
Unfortunately, no information.
No information.
Nothing.
Hey, man, but I was strong that you let yourself be known.
Let
So at least from a standpoint of, hey, man, I'm gonna look at this kid.
Right. Oh, I'm looking for one.
When we're in camp, hey, man, who is this kid? So and listen, that gives you an opportunity to go up to him and tell him, yo, you need to get this together.
Oh, well, that's going to be a part. See, one thing, when I just talk about it right now real quick. During our camp, it's one thing we're going to do, right? We've come across, we're going to feed them lunch.
Yeah.
We're going to provide lunch to them, right? So during that time where we let y'all get a little something on your stomach before we complete the camp, we're going to talk to you. And that's one of the things we're going to talk about, B, is your social media presence.
Man, I'm writing it here, yeah.
What does your social media presence need to look like?
Okay.
We just got done having we got 30-something minutes in, 35, 40 minutes in. We just had a whole conversation of being a brand raiser for yourself, right? Marketing your brand, right? What does that look like, though? How are you going to do that if you have nowhere for your brand, for people to go and see your product, see your brand, right? Like, you're doing a great, like you just said, great job of stepping out there, but on the back end, you got to do everything. What Tom Earl you say all the time? You can't half-ass it.
But Tom Earl got so many quotes.
Yeah, y'all know this is
Tom
Earl quotable.
As this show goes on, from season 1 and through it. Listen, we're going to have to go back and pull all the quotes.
We gotta go pull all the time real quick.
Million.
It's a million of them, man.
Yeah.
You can't half-ass it, man.
Can't.
Can't. Because you can do something so great and then rest on your the laurels or morals. How they say it? Rest on your laurels?
Both of them.
Okay, yeah.
Both of them.
You can't do that.
Yeah.
Because if you rest on it, you're gonna miss out on the back end.
Yeah.
So the thing about it is do everything. And it's work.
It's work, man. Like, you know what? I think a little bit of this generation feels like because you don't actually clock in to a brick and mortar,
Okay.
that you're not going to have to work. But if you decide not to clock into the brick and mortar, you got to clock into yourself every day. And that's a hard thing to do.
That's tough.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's
and
tough.
people got to understand, like, that's what you're talking about. Like, man, it's work. When you're looking at what you're trying to do, what you're trying to accomplish, man, everybody's trying to do that. And like you said, it's a group of people out there that are actually doing it and having some success. But then you'll look at a person that's not quite doing it and not having the success. And I'm going to tell you, we are creatures of that. So when we sit here and talk about this was our issue.
Right.
Before we really left Montgomery, Alabama, Greedy had very little content where you could pull his name up and see anything that was going on with him.
The only content he had, literally, was modern day TV.
Yes. That moment that, boy, my man Christian.
Yeah, Christian captured an epic moment.
What? Like, that moment will forever be cemented.
That is
the coolest basketball moment
ever. You've never seen a father-son moment in the middle of a game that happened like that.
I'm talking about organic.
That was so organic.
You feel what I'm saying?
So organic.
But
yeah,
that was all it was.
That's it. That's all you can find.
And I remember having a conversation with you like, man, like, we don't have nothing. Then we go to Pinson and Barber's like the guy.
Yep.
Drop. And then we meet videographers. We meet people.
Right.
And his game is growing. So people are coming to see him and he's dropping. Now all of a sudden you start putting his name in. Content.
Yep. Everywhere.
Hey, I'm talking to college coaches. I'm talking to Division Ones. I'm talking, hey, go, boom.
Yep.
His Twitter, boom.
Yep.
You feel what I'm saying?
We figured that part of it out.
It's important.
Right.
But we had to understand that there was a level of work that we had to do, even though we have our own personal socials. We got to tap into putting that content through our socials, and you share it on your social.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
That's the next
we
step.
had to figure that out, though.
You got to figure all that out.
Yeah,
and that's the thing. It's a process.
Yeah.
It is definitely a process that you have to go through. But what you just said, though, B, it's going to take work.
It's work.
Like,
bro.
if there's, like you said, like we said a little earlier, we ain't finished the point, but there's no longer are you just a spectator.
Yeah.
You can't go to a game and all you do is when your son comes off the court is, you need a Gatorade? You need a fruit cup? You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't do that anymore.
Yeah,
like, you have to be sociable with everybody around, especially once you get to that 9th grade level. Once you get to that 15U level and that recruitment really picks up, Caleb Holt is the number 1 player in the – I saw a ranking come out for 2026 national. They had him at number 1.
It makes sense.
It does, all the sense. But
if you hadn't seen him, go see him.
Please.
Caleb Holt.
Please.
Yeah.
But the thing about it is, those type of things don't happen until you hit 15U.
Okay.
Like, people don't really take ranking serious until you hit high school. Because like I say, this 2026 class, they're going to the 9th grade. Like, a lot of those kids won't even play varsity basketball next year. Caleb Holt's he's something special. He played varsity last year. TJ Green at Thompson, he played varsity last year as an 8th grader, right? You got those special cases where those guys have shown it. TJ Green's been playing really well with the Bama Celtics so far this summer also. But you got those. But really, we really don't start looking until you get to that 15U. So when you're in that 15U level and you're a parent or uncle or friend or anybody that is in this presence with a basketball player at an event, you got to be working the room. You better have somebody on your team who's a talker, who don't mind about talking to nobody about you at any time.
That's what I was just about to say. It might not be you.
It might not be you.
You and I like to use the rapper mentality with this.
Okay.
So just say Jay-Z's in the building and he's performing on stage. Everybody in the crew can't have their eyes closed vibing to the music.
Oh, no.
somebody's got to be watching the crowd.
Somebody got to watch the crowd.
You feel me?
Somebody got to watch the bats.
Somebody got to be watching what's going on.
Yeah.
So that's what we're saying. When you go to the gym, you might, as the parent, you might not be the one who moves through the room, talks to everybody. I'm going to put somebody on my team, and they're going to move in this environment with me. Yo, you are with me to do this.
And B, let me tell you something. You know who that should be? It's just my opinion.
Who's that?
Your trainer.
Ooh.
Where are you, trainer?
Ooh.
Where are you?
Oh.
You know how you always say to him, B?
Goodness.
B. Even about a kid we're going to talk about a little bit, Cam Dooley. When we talked about him earlier.
Oh, my goodness.
And you said that you're going to take it off and not going to play.
Man, oh, my goodness, boy. You just shots fired.
Come on, man.
Because how many trainers are training kids and never go see them play in a basketball environment?
Come on, man. Ain't that what you said?
Ooh.
So my thing is, how am I training this kid to get to the next level if I'm doing nothing to help that? I don't show up to the gym during a live period to go talk to college coaches and say, hey, I work this kid every day. You need to go look at him.
Man.
You can put on social media all day, hey, college coaches, come get this kid. They ain't looking at you. Listen, the equivalent of you putting up a tweet about come look at your kid is the equivalent of a college coach coming to that high school to see that kid play.
Or you making a tweet about I'm helping him every day get to the next level.
Or putting up a video of it.
Because you're in the gym going through cone drills and trash cans.
Who you talking to on their behalf?
Man, you just shots fired.
Why? Listen, I didn't see any trainers in the gym this weekend. I didn't see any trainers in the gym. And I saw plenty of the kids in the gym that I see online always getting videos and personal training. I saw him. I just one in particular, and I ain't see his trainer nowhere.
But so check this out. Trainers, y'all better get you some gear and brand your raise.
But listen.
Raise your brand.
Ain't that what you should be doing?
Man, that's
if
what it's
I know
all
it's an
about.
event, listen, y'all know why I was in the gym this weekend? For iBall. I was in there raising the brand of iBall. So when I walk through the gym and I put out something, they can say, oh, I saw him in the gym.
Oh, yeah.
So when I say something on this microphone, it's valid.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's valid.
Yeah.
If you hear me and Chill Will talk, if y'all go back a couple episodes ago when Chill Will hit the live period for in the same gym for high school, I'm talking about for the high school event, and we came in and we did the episode, who told y'all about the players?
Yeah.
Who told y'all about what they saw? Because we valid. I ain't sitting on here on the mic and say this, that, and third. I talked about the kids that he gave to me, and I gave my analysis about those kids.
Yeah. So
y'all got to understand, when we say something, we mean it because we seen it. And if we ain't seen it, whoever told us, we trust.
Yeah. That there are eyes and ears in the
gym.
There
are eyes and ears in the gym.
We got people in there talking about what's going on.
Listen, Terry Drake was in Orlando this weekend. You don't think he told me about what he saw?
Hey, man, listen, man. Pay attention.
Please.
Get your team of people together around you, and everybody's got a job. It's almost like when we get ready to leave, huddle.
Yeah.
You got to do this. All right, break.
Yeah, exactly. It's like a football
and
huddle.
when we leave,
right,
everybody got to go to work. And listen, if you're not going to work, man, you're going to have to get off this ride.
Mm-hmm.
You got to get off this ride.
And listen, me and B been saying this since like 2007. We are two men in the truck.
Man.
You feel what I'm saying? Like when we hit a building, it was just us two.
Yeah.
And when we left that mug, everybody in that building had talked to one of us.
Right.
At some point. And I'm going to tell you, we kind of pulled back. It wasn't even always about Greedy.
Oh, no. Dog.
We was in there just having conversation about kids and having conversation.
He was one of many.
He was one of many.
Because, you know, he is our ball.
Right.
But this is our ball, but he's one of many because, you know, that's what we do. We do basketball.
Right.
So it's about him, but it's about a conglomerate of kids because we're trying to help everybody.
We're going to help everybody.
You understand what I'm saying? And you got to understand, man, when these guys have runs in the summertime and do that, man, we want to be able to pick the phone up and get Cam Crawford, Cade Phillips, Caleb White, Caleb Holt. We want everybody in the gym.
Right. Everybody. At all times.
Everybody in the gym.
And that's why we won on August 6th.
You remember when we had the summer runs, and we had J.D. Davison.
Oh my God.
Darian
Adams,
Antoine Burnett, and Rungy Gordon,
man.
and just like a host of guys.
D1s and pros. That's all was in
That's
there.
all that was in the building, man.
Come on, man. We had Kendon Knight at Montevallo was in the gym.
Man. So 6'8" point guard.
6'8" point guard.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Like that's what here's the thing though. That's what we're looking to do. We make connections like that. So like Chill just said, when we pick up the phone, it's not when we say something on the mic, it's valid. Man, when I pick up the phone, it's valid.
How about when we went to Georgia on a random Saturday and did the workout with Coach Gibbons and Stephon Castle's in the building and just a host of people, bro.
Right. You just got to be able to pick up the phone.
Man, it's levels to this, though.
It's levels. And speaking of that, I'm going to talk about a little bit of the players I saw over the weekend, right?
Okay.
And you are familiar with a lot of these players. Some you may know, some you might not. But one I'm going to talk about first is one you do know. Zach Gray, Spain Park High School.
Yeah.
6'5", he's 6'6". He's 6'6".
Legit? You like him?
He's legit 6'6".
Okay.
He jumped. He played with the Fusion all year. Left the Fusion, popped up on our scene with JSI this weekend, right? Didn't even start the game. So I think he just popped up and was like, hey, you want to come play? I'm in town. Yeah, I'll come play. That's what I'm just saying. He pops up in the gym, doesn't even start the game. B, what'd you just say? It's what to it?
Levels.
It's levels to this. Zach Gray steps on. They were playing North Alabama Elite. And North Alabama Elite got a kid on there I'm going to talk about in a second, too.
Okay.
But Zach Gray steps on the court, B. Different. You see, and listen, he did exactly what a kid of his caliber is supposed to do when he steps on that level. He shot every single ball. I'm not passing to nobody. Yeah. And listen, when you coming down the court, I'm running to it like, woo, right here. I'm basically going, hey, listen, hand me the basketball. Everybody got the way. And you saw those guys go into the mode of, I'm dribbling, where is he? He had 17 and didn't even play a lot in the first half. I mean, just, I'm working on something. Okay, I know I can put everybody that's on the court with me, I can put y'all in the goal. Whenever I want to, I can put you in the goal. Nah, I'm going to stay out here. Boop, boop. So work on my side step. Boop, boop. Work on my step back. Work on my, boom, I'm just going to pull straight up on you. And I mean, B, he was killing him. And you just saw the difference in athleticism, level. He's coming down on defense. It's talking. It's communication. He's pointing. He's like, hey, you go there. Hey, you go there. I got him. So you saw the high level of basketball that he's been around just in the way he moves. Don't you know how we say sometimes it ain't all about putting the ball in the hole, but he was, even though he was, you see how a guy moves on the court? He couldn't have scored one bucket, and you look at him and say, that kid's different.
That's interesting that he pulled up there, so let me ask you a question. Was it more beneficial for Zach Gray to be in the building and to show that? Because if he was there, that means he wasn't at Peach Jam.
Right.
And we all know when it comes to Nike, the top of the top,
right,
it's Peach Jam.
That's it.
So he ran on the Nike circuit a lot of the year, and here it is, the very last finale. I don't go to Peach Jam. I come to this environment. Now, listen, it's college coaching. It's college representation here from each school, but it's also college representation there from each school.
Right.
So with you seeing that and just understanding the scope of college basketball, was it better for him to come in that environment, or should he been in Peach Jam?
See, for a kid like Zach Gray that has interest already, right? He's getting looks. Probably not as many as he should. I will still say it would have been more beneficial for him to be at Peach Jam.
Okay.
Because, like I said, a kid of his potential and caliber, right? You would want to put him in the best situation possible. Now, since he wasn't there, for him to come and show the way he showed there, I think did just as much for him as he would have showed if he had a pretty good game at Peach Jam.
Because he showed this talent here is clearly, I'm head and shoulders above, better than everybody out here.
What we always say, no matter what level you on,
you
got to dominate your level.
Yeah.
The level he was on, he dominated it.
And see, that's what they talk about from high school to college and college to pros.
Right.
can you dominate your level?
Right.
So he dominated the level.
Dominated his level.
Okay.
It was no question about who was the best player on the court.
Okay.
Like it was never a point where you said, who is out here I should be looking at?
And you're saying legit 6'6".
Legit 6'6". Legit 6'6". And when I say warm-ups, first, listen, my first layup of warm-ups, one bounce. I catch it, and he takes the one power bounce. Boom, 1-2, windmill. Boom! Like, it's one of those dunks where everybody in the gym turns around like, what happened?
Right.
And this is warm-ups. Like, that's how hard he dunked the basketball.
Everybody come over here. If you sitting at another court, come over here. I'm about to play.
Listen, and he didn't even dunk no more during warm-ups.
Yeah, just that one.
Everything else was Carmelo Anthony rim grace.
Yeah.
Like, but my first one is boom! Whole North Alabama elite. They knew who he was, of course, but whole North Alabama elite.
Yeah. He had a focus.
He had a focus, man.
Yeah.
He had a focus. And you like to see that. But I will say this. In that game that I watched him play against North Alabama elite, they had a point guard on them, right? They had a little point guard on there. They had him listed at 6 feet. I ain't going there. He ain't 6 feet. All right. About 5'10". But he a dog. William Lloyd. A dog, B.
Hey, man, Crimson Kings.
Listen, let me tell you, it came to a point where it was Zach had came into the game. He had got the cooking. So William Lloyd was the player on that team. Even though they got Michael Justice. They got I said Mike.
That's it?
Yeah,
Michael
but it's I messed myself up. Call him something else too. But they had Tywan Hardy on that team, right? So it came a point during the game once Zach got to going. Will came down and hit a couple threes, right? What did Zach do? Hey, you go over there. I'm guarding him. Him and William start going back and forth, play for play, right? And he tried, but when you're dealing with 6'6", that's super long, crazy athletic, it just got to him a little bit. But you saw the dog in him that he kept playing the whole game. He ended up with 25 probably. You know what I'm saying? 3-point shooter. Got a little Aki shot on him. Got a little quirky shot. But that's a kid I would love to have in camp.
Okay.
That's a kid that you want to see him come in because you know he's going to compete at the highest level.
Okay.
Like, that's the type of competition that you want a kid to bring when they come to camp. So he would be a good one. I'm going to reach out to him. I already had talked to him, but he needs to be in camp. Right? So you saw him go at Zach. You saw him do his thing. A couple other kids, man. Carson Pringle from Hawks League, I think I mentioned already. He played well, had a game like 15 rebounds. I think he had 10 and 15 or 15 and 15 in that game.
Yeah.
Jakeef Carr. I saw them play Tri-City Elite yesterday. And here's a little something I want to talk about before we get out of here, too, is AAU season is a grind.
Yeah, boy.
Like,
on everybody.
Oh, my God. It's taxing.
Listen, not just players, of course, but on everybody.
Everybody. Like, you saw Coach Harvey at Hawks Elite. You could tell, bro. He had got at one point, he on the sideline. Don't you know how you go down on one knee? I don't even know how he got in this position. He down on one knee, and then he ended up folding his leg up under him. He's sitting on his leg, and he's sitting down, he's squatting. You could tell he's tired.
Yeah.
Like he's in a I'm tired as hell position.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But the grind of AAU of Crimson Kings 17U, Coach Tank. I talked to him on Saturday morning, right? It was 11. It was going into the 11 o'clock game. He was like, we just completed our third game.
At 11 o'clock?
In the morning on Saturday.
A.M.?
They played 2 games on Friday and an early game on Saturday. They had played 3 games before 11 o'clock a.m. on Saturday. That's a grind.
Yeah, boy.
That's tough. And then he still had 2 games left on Saturday.
Yeah.
Then to come back and play 3 games on Sunday.
It's a lot of basketball.
It's a lot of basketball.
Yeah.
So, like, the AAU season is a grind. So, on Sunday, you saw it. But even though you saw it, your kid Jakeef Carr went dummy on Tri-City Elite. Like, 5'10", stocky guard, class of 2023, but just getting it done, though. Like, you can tell in a game where Hey, you know, I'm gonna equate it to this. You remember back in the Rumble in the Palace when Detroit Pistons and Indiana Pacers got into it.
Yeah.
And Ron Artest and Steven Jackson, blah blah blah. Ben Wallace.
Epic moment in basketball.
Epic moment in basketball. Probably the most epic moment in basketball. When that happened, you know how everybody know Ron Artest is a fool, right? He is certified crazy probably. And we knew he was the bully of the NBA. Like, nobody wanted it with Ron. But in that moment, when Ben Wallace power pushed him in the chest and he went falling back, Ron Artest usually would have been like, oh, it's on now. You didn't put your hands on Ron Artest. Are you crazy? We remember Tyler Hansbrough, who was a tough guy, who slung the elbow and stopped and turned around and saw it was Ron Artest and patted him, right? And Tyler Hansbrough was a tough guy, right? So it was one of those things is, even in that moment, Ron Artest ain't want to fight Ben Wallace.
Right.
Because he was just madder than him. And you know you can't, if you mad and I ain't mad, I can't fight you. Right?
It's a difference.
It's a difference. You could tell in that game, Jakeith Carr was about his business. Everybody else on a Sunday, we tired, we kind of cruising. It was a good game, high level, but you could tell Jakeith Carr was just going at a different level.
Yeah.
He was going at a different speed. Like, it was, oh, y'all ain't you gonna play slack defense? Okay, boop, boop, boop. I'm gonna put my shoulder in your chin, wake you up. You know what I mean? And one. And I'm going to come off and I'm going to flex. Like, I'm playing at another level than everybody else on the court.
But, man, you had those guys that just love their game. And listen, you talk about that dog, but it's also a passion that goes with it.
Right.
Because some guys just play.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yep.
Some guys, like, basketball really is their therapy.
Right.
So no matter where you see them, they're going to play at a certain level. And you love to find those kids.
Right. And I'm going to tell you something. I want to talk about a whole team real quick, though. Because their whole team deserves a mention. Because I love the way they played during the tournament. The Iron City Huskies.
Okay.
Iron City Huskies is one of the they're one of the more popular independent programs in the state. Like, I would consider them right on the cusp of that D1 independent team, right? I would put them somewhere around that, right? Okay. So, and they got some dogs on there. And I saw them play the Crimson Kings. Coach tanked them.
Yeah.
And listen, don't even go look through there. They're not in there. They don't even have a roster in there.
Wow.
They don't even, like, I meant to hit the coach and be like, bro, they don't even have y'all roster in the packet. Like, all of your guys who all of them deserve looks.
And here you are on the iBall podcast giving their entire team a shout.
Everybody.
And can't call one name.
Not off my packet. So a college coach who watched y'all play.
Can't call or contact one guy.
Nope.
He can't even call you.
Like, listen, can't call me. I mean, not me, but
Iron City.
You know what I mean.
I can't call the guy.
Can't even call me.
What's his number?
Right. Can't call the coach.
Wow.
So I would have to do a little extra work and go to your Twitter or your Instagram, you know, say hopefully.
And how many coaches are really willing to say we're going to do that?
I'm not going to do nothing extra.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do nothing extra.
It's hard to get them to do that.
Now, I can't put this on Iron City. This might be on Marquee Hoops.
It could be on whoever.
Right.
Somebody dropped the ball.
So the ball has been dropped. You
Period.
fumbled.
Whoever.
Turnover. Right? But I do want to say this. When I watched them play against Crimson Kings, they had a point guard on there, number 0. Man, he was sitting on that ball, B. He was giving the little point guard that you like from Pike Road.
Yeah.
Elijah Hicks. I can't believe I forgot his name. Elijah Hicks. B. He gave Elijah Hicks fits. Like, Elijah Hicks is a small point guard. And one of his attributes to his game is how low he is to the ground, that you can't get up under him. That's why he's hard to guard. And he has a big body, so he can, put that body on you.
Khalid El-Amin type body.
Oh, my God, dog. The people in the crowd were calling him Khalid El-Amin.
Yeah.
Why? And you weren't there.
Right.
And y'all just said the same thing. Yeah. So he's damn Khalid El-Amin. His name ain't Elijah. His name Khalid El-Amin. So he is small. But, man, this kid got up under him. Oh, he fits.
Made him turn it
Oh,
over.
my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. B, I don't even want to say how many he had, but it was double digits.
Hey man, got to go back and reevaluate.
Got to go back and read. He played better. Elijah Hitch did come back and play better throughout the tournament, but that game right there, he just struggled.
But I'm just saying, like, I mean, did he play better throughout the tournament from the standpoint of
0-1?
He took care of the basketball because, like I said,
0-1 guarding.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Maybe the level of what was happening.
No, they were still playing good teams.
Yeah,
like even when Zero wasn't guarding him in that game.
Yeah,
he played well.
But, so Zero just had a different edge about him. Period.
He sits on that basketball.
I hate we don't know his kid's name.
Yeah, I don't know it.
Yeah.
I don't. I probably could. Like
Iron
City Husky does a good job. They did a great job of updating. Tweeting and all that.
Doing what they needed to do.
But my thing is, I still don't know.
Yeah, it's a packet. It's a packet. Get in the packet.
Right.
Yeah.
But, like, they deserve a look. Yeah. So my thing is, I'm going to do something to put those kids' names out there because those names deserve to be mentioned.
Their whole squad play hard.
I love the way they play. Like, you can tell those guys are dogs. Yeah. Like, they got a team full of them. Mm-hmm. Like, I know one kid dropped the 30-piece in a game. So, it's like I liked watching them play. That was a team that a college coach, he's going to come in the gym, he's going to sit down and watch that team play because they play so hard. And then he's going to see, okay, what on here I can see. Mm-hmm. But they're going to garner the attention just by the way they play.
Gotcha.
But I hate I can't call their name, but that they deserved a shout out throughout. Carson Muse made an appearance with Team Parsons. He made an appearance. 6'6". He's just good. Like I didn't talk. We know we ranked him number 2 in the last edition of the iBall lottery rankings in the class of 2023. Like he's just good. He is a Division I caliber basketball player that was out there showing that his ability to play in that pick and pop situation where he can set the pick, pop, and you hit him. He can either pull it up and shoot it. He can put it on the dribble. He can put his back to the basket. He has a heck of a spin move going downhill. So he was enjoyable to watch, man. But like I say, it was a bunch of names that were there that deserved a look. You know what I mean? But got to get the package together.
Yeah, man, and I'm glad to hear you call some of those names because that means guys decided to take another road and just not jump on a tennis shoe circuit.
Oh yeah,
and I'm not going to say get lost in the shuffle, but like you're saying, if I'm moving and I'm out there and I kind of understand that I'm not the guy, and my focus is really purpose driven, and that's to be seen by college coach. Make sure my brand's out there. Make sure people see me play. So you saw me play at this level. You understand I can dominate this level, but you're familiar with who I am. And so it makes sense to go do that versus getting on a tennis shoe team, going to the Chicagos, going to the LAs, and sitting there and nobody really knows who you are.
You got the experience, but you didn't get the look you needed.
Yeah.
So, and I'm going to tell you, we need to get up out of here. But another name I want to mention before we leave is Bryant James. And if that last name sounds familiar to you, he's the younger brother of Drake James. He played for Team Parsons also. Now, Drake James just played, and he's a kid that's been on our radar for a minute. We've mentioned him on his platform. Bryant James, class of 2025, played up in the 17U.
Okay.
And him playing 2 divisions up and showing the way he showed, you saw he got it. Okay. He can play.
How big is he?
About 6 feet, 6'1". They got him listed at 6'2". If you stretched his arm straight out and pulled his neck up, he might be 6'2", right? But he's about 6 feet, 6'1". Yeah. So, but he can play. He's relentless at going downhill, attacking the basket, knock down some open jump shots. You could tell he wasn't fearful of being up on that level. So, and I saw another kid, underclassman, Bryce Dawson. We talked about him before. He was one of the kids that left Tri-City, went to the Fusion, didn't get burned on the Fusion, and came back. He played well playing up on the 17U Division too. But Cam Dooley is that real deal.
Yeah.
TJ Coleman was there. He didn't come back on Sunday, right? So I pull up to watch Tri-City Elite play on Sunday. Just watched TJ Coleman the day before. The last game that I watched him play against, forget who the team they were playing, but that was the TJ Coleman I like to see, right? That's the TJ Coleman I've been wanting to see for a very long time. He showed up in that last game, okay? However, I will say this, though. Damn, what was I saying? TJ Coleman. The way he played in his last game is how I like to see him play all the time.
I got you.
You know what I mean?
So it was good for him to shut it down?
No.
Hell
no.
Don't shut it down.
No, because I'm going to tell you why he shut it down.
Why?
He went to football camp Sunday.
Oh, there it is. I mean, that's just the reality of this thing right now. In Alabama, these kids are going to play football. And listen, Football's a lane.
I did get asked this by a college coach though. Where's TJ Coleman today?
Yeah.
Where's Zero?
Football is a lane, bro. We gotta understand. Like
TJ Coleman is somebody in the last lottery eyeball lottery rankings for 2024. We ranked number 2. But you're leaving for football.
So what is he gonna do?
Come on, man.
Man, but you gotta understand, man. When guys get to looking at trying to make it, they look at the numbers of football and basketball and they feel they got better chances.
Yeah, but you look at the other number that really matters.
What's that?
The check.
Hey, listen, check.
There's no comparison in the check.
True story, but if I'm a pro.
But listen, it's not better.
Right.
I understand it's 1 of 53, right? It's like, 53 and 15, I got a better chance over here. But what position do you play? It ain't 53 players at each position. It ain't but 53 players. So they might not carry, but 5 wide receivers.
But see, you got to understand a lot of it is like, who are you?
Right.
And like we say, like, do you really believe in your journey?
Right.
And a lot of people like, what is plan B? Plan A?
Right.
A lot of people have plan B.
Right. I don't got no plan B.
Some people just have plan A.
Plan A is eyeball, baby.
So that's plan A.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? So
plan B, eyeball, baby.
You know, so
plan C, guard your man, baby.
Hey, man. But I'm just, you know how it is, man.
Yeah, man, you know how it go.
Hey, that's how it go. But
it is what it is.
They asked.
Yeah. Hey, but check this out. We got to get up out of here. We got way long in the tooth.
Yeah.
But I did. I'm glad I did what I did because what I did is gonna work out perfect. Today is a very special day. Today is July 25th.
No doubt.
And if y'all don't know what happens on July 25th, let me hip you to the world. On July 25th, a beautiful angel was born.
Yeah.
She goes by the name of Addison McKinley Ann Williams. And on today, she turns 14 years old.
Yeah.
And she just walked in the building and threw me all off my thought process because that's what she do to me. She make me flustered. And we want to give her a special birthday shout out right now on air. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Come on, Addison. Come talk on the mic. She's in the building.
She's definitely ready to get on the mic. That's why she made her appearance.
Say hello. Oh, no. See. You got to talk into the mic.
Hello.
What else you going to say?
Bye.
Hey, you do know you was on camera, too. Hey, we got on YouTube, so y'all get to see what Addison looks like. With her beautiful hair, y'all. She got it blue in the back, so it is what it is. 14 years old on the day, man.
Girl, man.
And baby girl, man. She's the only girl in our family, y'all.
Yep.
Literally the only girl in the family. So y'all know how she catches it from a daddy and an uncle and everybody else in the brothers. Everybody, man. But she just got back in with her auntie from getting her nails done on her birthday. So that's what's up, man. But like y'all say, listen, August 6th, Spain Park High School, Hoover, Alabama, the iBall with Terry Drake Basketball Elite Skills Camp. Sign up now. Listen, invites are going out. If you got an invite into your inbox or into your email or through text message, if you have an invite, that solidifies you a spot for the camp.
So go ahead and register.
Go ahead and register because, listen, we're going to hold you. We're going to tell you, if you got an invite, that means if we get to 99 and it's one person that wants to register and we're letting them register, but you still got your invite and you hadn't registered, we're going to hit you up and tell you register. If you don't register right then, the spot go to somebody else. So the invite it holds you a spot until you register. You still have to go fill out the registration form everywhere to register. Go to my bio, go to Chill bio, go to eyeball_TDB bio, go wherever you need to go. Listen, on the flyer, you go on there, you can scan it. You can hold it. You can tap it. Go there. Register. Make sure you get your spot in the camp because I'm telling you, the content that's going to come out the camp and the place that the content is going to go from the camp. Listen, you've been to AAU all this time, right? And I'm here to tell you, I ain't trying to hate. I ain't hating. AAU tournaments ain't doing a damn thing for you, right? There ain't no – listen, Marquee Hoops put on a great event this weekend, and as much as they can do for you is put on their page the highlight that they put up of you. Other than that, they ain't calling no coaches on your behalf. All right? You know who going to call the coaches on your behalf? And we didn't even get to this because this is something I want to talk about in this episode. We talked about everything else. We want to talk about you got to be in the building. Camp season is really where you get recruited. So you got to get there. Get there and do that. Hold on. But yeah, man, go ahead and register, man, for the iBall with Terry Drake Elite Skills Camp. B, tell these folks where they can follow you, man.
Oh, yeah, you can follow me on Instagram, ChillWill334. You can also follow me on my business page, Brian_Williams SR. You can follow me on iBall Properties. You can follow me on Twitter, Coach B334. And follow me on Facebook, Brian Williams Sr.
And, man, y'all already know, man, you can find me on Instagram and Twitter at iBall Radio. That's Instagram and Twitter at iBall Radio. You can also find me on Instagram and Twitter at _Real Talk Tees. And you can find me on on Twitter at Coach_iBall. Go check out all my personal tweets. And remember, go follow Instagram and Twitter, iBall_TDB. Go register for August 6th, man. And also on Instagram at Guard Your Man. Brand raise is still open, man. Go to guardyourman.bigcartel.com and you can still get you a t-shirt. Also, I want to tell you this. Be on the lookout. shiftygreedy.bigcartel.com.
Coming
real soon.
Coming soon.
Want some greedy gear?
Get your
greedy gear.
No doubt.
It's coming. It's coming, man. But be holler at these folks, man.
Move with a purpose.
I move with a purpose, and y'all already know. They call me Coach because I teach you how to ball. Until next week, we out. Peace.
Peace.